to the UK SimRacers Mx5 League Round 1 live from the Redbull Ring. I am James Parfitt, and tonight we are here on the UK SimRacers YouTube channel, and in production for me tonight is Tyler Oldham. And as always, guys, we are using iRacing, the world's premier simulator, for all of your sim racing needs. Now, guys, as we have got an absolute stellar race for you coming up tonight. Now, we have, if you've been staying with us, guys, you would have seen we've done a few little checks and tweaks and tests, and you'll know full well that everything should be working correctly, says James quite happily. Well, excuse me 2 seconds. But we are here entering into qualifying. As you can see, now the cars are on track for qualifying. So we've got Daniel Hunt out leading us off in qualifying at the moment. Now, obviously, guys, as well, the format for tonight will be 15 minutes, 15-minute races. Okay, so we will have 4 15-minute races for you this evening, and then basically you will we will go into a split session. So session 1 and session 2 will be in one race session, and then we'll have to change sessions in the next session. So Martin Sampson, sounds a bit low, can't hear you talking. Can you hear me now? Martin, my dear sir. ML Wortman, yay, made race start this week. Good lad, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining us this evening as well. So just going to have a look. So let's see what we can do with this. So we've just had Jamie Ayres go round, currently in a 1:48.25. Yeah, it's better now, says Martin. Thank you very much, Martin. So a 1:48.248 for Jamie Ayres. He's currently our pole man. Now, if you are worrying, well, hold on a minute. We got yellow and blue. So yellow and blue, as you can see in the front of, right in front of you, is the Pro and Am category. Okay, so we've got pros and Ams in tonight's race. The Ams will be in blue, and current leader there is Darrell Wright, and the Ayres, they will have yellow. The pros will have yellow next to their names. So wish I was racing tonight, but unfortunately working. Oh, Martin, that's sad times for you, dude. But hey, you get to sit and watch it instead, so you know, what more could you ask for this evening? So we're coming down into the last 10 minutes of qualifying. Currently, Jamie Ayres is in pole position. Daniel Hunt is in second. Steve Hefford in third. Pete Van Gool, the fourth. Ray Viveki in sixth. Was in sixth. Now down in seventh, as Carl Jacqueline has just gone fifth, and Lee Spain has just gone sixth. Andy Maxwell down in eighth, and the first of our AMs, Darrell Wright, there in 9th place. So there you go. Should send me one of those 390s since you're not able to put them to work. There you go. That's in reference to Martin Sampson there. So there you go, Martin. You and ML Wortman can have a chat. Yeah. So here we go. We've got about 9 minutes. Now the circuit tonight, guys, we all know the Redbull Ring. It is literally straights and a few turns. You've got turns such as Nicky Lauda. Then we go into Remus. Then we go down into Schlossgold. Through round the horse, which is Roush and Namworth. Through Rint, which is the second and last corner. And then down through Red Bull Mobile, which is the last corner on the circuit. Okay. So there you go. It will be, we've got about 8.5 minutes remaining of qualifying, and we picked up on Charles Kellerman. So there you go. We'll watch Charles for a bit as he does his thing round this race circuit. You know what I mean? As I say, it's going to be one of them races tonight that I think at the end of the day, the guys are really going to have to try. The off tracks are incredibly tight. Like, well, yeah, crazy at the Redbull Ring. in some of the off tracks, as I found out earlier on, which I won't tell you how many X I got, but let's just put it this way, it was a few. And so, but obviously, you know, these guys are going to have to be very, very careful what they do around here, because as I say, we'll just have to see how they get on. So here we go. So we're going to do a lap on board with Pete Newman. Second gear, last corner, on the accelerator he goes. And here goes Pete now around the Redbull Ring for us, coming up into Niki Lauda. We're going to be on the brakes just before the 50, stab down into second, point the car and hit the accelerator. There you go, Pete Newman there hitting the accelerator, and off he goes for this next long run. Now in the motorcycle track, I'll give you some information here. This corner here is counted as turn 2, this one, before we get into turn 3, but in our racing we just know it as a long one straight, and then we go down into Remus as we see Pete Newman here going down through Remus, and then on this run down into Schlossgold, as you can see, trying to get up through the gears as quick as possible here. Third gear, fourth gear, we're going to drift over to the left now. We're going to be on the brakes just around about the bridge, down, first gear, on the accelerator we go. You have to be careful of that inside curb there, guys, I'm not going to lie, because you do get an off track if you go too far to the right of the inside there. And then you're going to be braking just after the 50. Here we go, Pete Newman taking it down into second. On the accelerator he goes up into third. A little dab of the brakes, get the car straight, and then on the accelerator we go in third gear, round Worth. And then on the run down into Rint, we're going to be fourth gear approaching. And then what we'll do is just before the 50 board, we're going to dab the brakes, get it into third, point its nose, hit the accelerator, and away we go as we see Pete Newman going down into second and go into the pits. So Pete's just showing us there, guys, where the pit lane entry is on this circuit. Okay, so yeah, so Pete Newman there just showing us where you are, where the entry is, as we was hoping we were going to get a full lap. But there you go. What more could we ask for? But that's the circuit, guys. And as I say, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, this circuit. Some people see it as 3 straights and a few wiggly corners. Let me know in chat what you think. What do you see the Redbull Ring as? You know, because some people say it's quite a boring circuit, really, in conjunction if you're sat in one class. Yes, don't get me wrong. In LMPs and GTs, 3s or GTEs, it is exciting because you're weaving in and out of traffic. But what do you think in sort of a single class race? Would you say, from your own points of view, now this isn't against anything here tonight, obviously, you know, we're at the Redbull Ring, we're expecting some epic racing. It's just everybody's cup of, is this everybody's cup of tea? Do people see it as Marmite? Do people see it as, yeah, I don't know, I'm not a lover of it. What do you think, guys? Let me know in chat and tell me what you think of this Redbull Ring circuit. As I say, in F1, it's crazy. We've had a car going off, I believe, which we're going to have a look at. Here we go, Carl Jackalek in optical red, hard on the brakes, it should be going right, runs wide into the gravel. Oh, that's not going to do you any favours there, sir. That's going to be one of the issues tonight as well. If they don't hold it on that inside line, there's a chance there that they could end up off in that gravel so easily. So as you can see, the fastest lap times are on the screen at the moment. We've got Pete Newman on a 1:47.43. Daniel Hunt there on a 1:47.9. Ayres on a 1:48.24. Hefford on a 1:48.49. So there we go, guys. What absolutely epic racing lined up for you tonight as we come into the last 3.5 minutes of qualifying. So just let me know, guys, what you think of this circuit, who you think is going to win tonight. Out of all the drivers, we've got 18 drivers on track this evening. So we have currently 11 pros and we've got 7 AMs, so it should be an interesting one. And let me know what you think and see who you feel is going to be come out victorious. As we've got Jason Morris here, the first of the AMs. He is currently leading the AMs, mixing it up with the pros, as you can see. So he's in the mix as well this evening. He does really well, to be fair, in some of the warm-up races that we've done and the tests that we've done. It's been really good because we have had quite a mixture. There's been some good, clean racing. Bathurst, well, we all know what Bathurst is like in general. It's been, you know, there was very up and down. There was a few incidents, a few crashes, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But what more could we do about it? We can't. We just go along and show you all the racing that we can. Accidents happen. I think that's one of the main things we need to pay attention to. Accidents do happen in iRacing. Accidents do happen in this form of racing. So it's inevitable. It's just how they're dealt with. And I mean, all the guys here in the UK SimRacers Discord and the leagues deal with them really well. So, you know, let's just see how tonight goes. It's a different story when we're starting off in the league to when we're in the warm-up events, isn't it? So let's see. Optical 1, 2, 3. What, optical red or optical blue or optical green there, ML? What one do you reckon? Are we going to have Carl Jacqueline, Elise Main, Roy Vivek, Andy Maxwell, Steve Hansford, Charles Kellerman, and Craig Crawford all in that order? All of them. Okay. So literally all of them are going to be in that order. They're all going to be there. So as we're coming to the end of qualifying now. So let's wait for this to see how we get on. I think Pete Newman on a 147.43. He's looking rather tasty. I see 6th place. Pete Van Gool has stopped halfway up the second straight. So if we can pick up on Pete. Let's see what's happened there. Position number 6. Oh, there's Pete. Just reversing back behind the cones. Doing his job. Is he reversing or is he going to... No, he's just crashed into the barrier. A little bit weird from Pete Van Gool. Not sure what's happening. So here we go. Oh, Jamie Ayres now. Oh, that could be what happened there to Steve Hefford. And there's Pete Van Gool as well. So that could be what happened to Pete Van Gool as he's now sitting in the barrier. So yeah, there you go. Poor Momo boys having a bit of an incident there. Steve Hefford, Jamie Ayres and Pete Van Gool. Yeah, you just sat on the fence, Mr. ML Waltman there, sir, by saying all of them. You've not picked any. So, you know. Right, guys, there you go. My UI has popped up again. Let's try and get rid of that. Not quite sure why it keeps doing that on every changeover. But we're just waiting for the grid to appear. And here we go. We've got Pete Newman in pole position. Daniel Hunt in second. Jamie Ayres in third. Steve Hefford in fourth. Carl Jacqueline in fifth. Pete Van Gool in sixth. Elise Main in seventh. Ralph Cullinan in eighth place. Jason Morris, 9th, Ray Vivek in 10th, Darryl Wright in 11th, 12th is Mick Barry, 13th, Andy Maxwell, 14th, Steve Hansford, 15th, Charles Kellerman, 16th, Andy Littler, 17th is Alan Toon, and in 18th place is Craig Crawford. Right, there you go, here we go. Let's take the grid off the screen, please, and we'll wait for the lights to come on, and then we can see we're just waiting for a few more, and then we're ready to go. We're waiting for the pole man, Pete Newman, to get on to the grid. Right, here we go. Round one of the UK SimRacers Mx5 League. We are on 5 red lights. And we are go, go, go with Newman on the right-hand side. Daniel Hunt slotting straight in behind him there. Everybody trying to go learn to start. Oh, that's car number 42. There's Carl Jacqueline. Going to be looking at trying to get it up the inside. The single file from the optical red Carl Jacklett there. They're all single file now on this run up into Remus. But here we go, out in front is Pete Newman. He's got Daniel Hunt taking the outside line. Pete has got the inside line. So they're going to be on the brakes. It's going to be the battle of the late breakers. Who's going to have it? Daniel Hunt on your right, Pete Newman on the left. Pete there gets, they're going to be they're side by side, but I think Daniel Hunt has come out on top there, and Newman is down into second. He's compromised his exit with that tight line into Remus, and that's allowed car number 46 there, Jamie Ayres, to get right up beside him as they drop down this hill off camera corner down into Sloshgold now. Everybody's made it through cleanly. Pete Newman now coming back on Daniel Hunt. You can see Jamie Ayres is on the behind Pete as well, as so is Steve Hefford. They're too wide, taking it round Roush. Down into Worth we go. Is Ayres going to be able to hold this? He's had to dab the brakes because he wouldn't have been able to keep that on track, unfortunately. But out currently, Pete Newman, though, is now back out in front. Daniel Hunt taking a very different line around the exit of Worth, and then on this run up into Rin. We've got Morris has just spun. He's currently off track. We'll have a look at that very shortly. But Ayres and Hefford, I think, I've got to be feeling Daniel Hunt has had a slowdown because he's dropped down now, all the way down into 4th place. That's put him at the high end of Carl Jacklett. Now he's moved over again. Has he can't have an issue this early on? Is he trying to scrub off time? Because he's lost another position there and another one. So Daniel Hunt is going down the field faster than an elevator in Trump Towers. I'll tell you that much. He's dropped all the way down into 5th place. I think that was a slowdown, and he's trying to basically was trying to scrub off time and get it done. But now, unfortunately, instead of taking it off straight away, he did it gradually, and that's now put him down in 5th place. So here we go, car number 39 is Pete Van Gaal. He's trying to go up the inside of Elise Main. Car number 66 there on track as they're heading down now. Down into Sloshgold we go is Pete Newman, Jamie Ayres, Steve Hefford, Carl Jacklett, Daniel Hunt, Elise Main, Pete Van Gaal, Ralph Cullinan, and Ray Vivek in 9th place. Ray's just sent it up the inside, trying to get up the inside of Ralph Cullinan. Didn't make it work on this run round into Roush. Didn't get this done. We're just going to have a replay now. Here we go. This is Jason Morris's spin as he's coming round Roush. He's on the exit actually of Worth. He goes round, keeps it out of the barrier. So that's always good. We still managed to carry on going there. But Jason Morris all down into 17th. We can go back to live time report. That would be absolutely amazing. Contact 675. That's Mick Barry and car number 19 there. That is Andy Maxwell. They've had a coming together, and that unfortunately spun Maxwell round, and that has put him all the way down now, down in 16th place, as we see Roy Vivek trying to head up the inside. He's trying to defend actually. He's got Pete Van Gaal tucked up behind him. So Roy there from Optical Blue has got Pete Van Gaal tucked up right behind him. Currently out in front is Pete Newman. Jamie Ayres in second, on board with Ayres now. Hard on the brakes. First gear we go. He's trying to keep it out the back of Pete Newman's car. On this run down into Sloshgold we go. Stay to the right hand side and then you start drifting out to the left. On the brakes just about now. He went a little bit just before the bridge. First gear for Jamie Ayres. We've had Andy Littler, unfortunately, has had a incident. We will try and have a look there in a moment. But Hefford's on the right there in the yellow wheels from the guys at Momo. And Ayres is in front in the black ones. So there you go. Steve Hefford is climbing all over the back of Jamie Ayres. Let's see how this turns out. We've got Newman, Ayres and Hefford. 1, 2, 3 with Jackalett behind them. Heading down now into Rint we go. Second to last corner, slight dab of the brakes down through third gear. hugging the inside line. And off we go down through Red Bull Mobile, last corner on the circuit, second gear. Ayres run a little bit wide. That's allowed Hefford to come right up behind him. Hefford there, car number 72 with the bright yellow wheels. Ayres in front of him, car number 46. Is Hefford going to pull out? Or is he just pushing Ayres along? Which I think he's just doing. He's just bump drafting Ayres. Didn't really make the move or the attempt to move. So there we go. Hefford is still in third place. So let's go. Elise, says Carrie Fox. Elise is down in 6th at the moment. Kind of stuck in a little bit of a no man's land battle. There is Elise Main. Got 1.26 in front and about 1.95 behind. So Elise is kind of, it really needs to try and get on to the back of Daniel Hunt if she can, because then that way that will allow her with the draft to pull herself forward. And that's the issue at the moment for Elise Main. Great start though, great qualifying, and is now up in a 6th place, +1 on her grid position from qualifying. But here we go, Ayres and Newman coming down into Schloss-Gold. They go. Still the same order. We've got Newman, Ayres, then we've got Hefford, then we've got Jacqueline, then we've got Hunt, then we've got Main, Cullinan, Van Gool, Vivek and Kellerman. Ayres is trying to go up the inside. It's not a good move if him and Newman come to contact there, because you know Hefford will be involved, unfortunately, and possibly Jacqueline. Can Daniel Hunt do what he did last week and come from 3rd place, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken there. 3rd place on the last chicane in 2 races in Bathurst and took the victory. It's a tall order for Daniel Hunt. Is now down in 5th place. Qualified in 2nd, had a slowdown, and that put him down into 5th, and that unfortunately now we are in this 4-way battle. Newman's leading us off, and then we've got Ayres and Hefford, then Jacqueline and Hunt and Main. So here we go now. Hefford's pulling out, not making that move as much as I thought he was going to be. But Newman there takes turn 1, takes the Niki Lauda curve. We all know that curve there as we're running on this run up into where Hamilton and Rosberg had their incident in the F1 a few years back now. I was going to say many years back. It's got to be about another, 5 years ago? It must have been, or 4 years ago. Maybe they had their accident. But here we go as they on their run. Everybody round Remus now on this run down into Schlossfield. They go. Newman, Ayres, Hefford, Jacqueline, Hunt and Main. Main is there, car number 66, trying to get onto the back of this group. Slowly but surely, hopefully trying to close up the gap to Daniel Hunt, not dropping into the hands of Ralph Cullinan at this moment in time. So that's always good for Elise Main, could just carry on driving her race. And away she goes as we are heading up round Roush now. Down the inside. Round Roush we go on this exit. Pete Van Gool there, car number 39, Annalise Main. Gets past Elise, runs wide. Oh, watch. Main goes around the outside. That's a slow down, I believe, for Van Gool. We will have to slow down on that one. Right. 6 minutes remaining. Current order. Pete Newman out in front. Jamie Ayres 2nd. Steve Hefford 3rd. Carl Jacqueline 4th. Daniel Hunt is 5th. No, he's pulled out again on Jacqueline. Hunt on Jack. Oh, okay. So he weaves out, goes back in again. Slots in behind Jacqueline. 5.5 minutes. I don't think this is going to be the finishing positions. I've got to be honest. Hunt is trying to make this move on Jacqueline behind. Up front, Ayres and Newman are going to be running. Ayres is still tucked inside. He's not run out. He's running side by side now. Looks at sending it up. Into Remus we go. Ayres on the inside, Newman on the out. Hunt's made the move past Jacqueline as well, I believe. Newman's got a lot better exit than Ayres, though, on this run down into Schlossgold. I believe they're going to be side by side. They are. Oh, Newman's back out in front again. All of this fighting, and Hunt has just made it past Jacqueline, but Jacqueline's coming back at him now. There you go, down, dropping down. There is Hunt and Jacqueline in this battle for 5th place. Main is about 3.8 seconds back from them, But however, four of these men got Ralph Cullinan not much further behind her. Oh! Slightly little contact there between Hunt and Jaglet. Jaglet saves it and keeps it on track. We've got 4.5 minutes. We're going to have one more. Here is Mick Barry, Charles Kellerman having his scrap. Oh, no. That's not going to work, Mick Barry. You're going to want to try and send it around the outside if you can help it. Ralph Cullinan now got Pete Van Gool side by side. Slight dab of the brakes, round rim we go. Second to last corner coming down into Red Bull Mobile. This is going to be a start-finish straight run, this is. Here we go, Cullinan tucked up right behind Van Gool. Is he going to be looking at making that move? Main's in front of Van Gool, probably helping him a little bit with that draft, because that draft does kick in about 8 tenths out. So they can pull forward. Like this one is just one big long draft train of Newman, Ayres, Hefford, Hunt and Jacklett. Hefford there just settling in, pushing Ayres, bump drafting Ayres forward. Ayres looks at pulling out on Newman now. Is he going to look at sending it? Oh, he's not fully committed to that move. And that didn't get the exit that he wanted to out of Remus on this run down. That unfortunately has allowed Hefford tucked up right behind him with about 3.5 minutes remaining. So we're on board with 4th place man Daniel Hunt on the brakes. Oh, first gear, around we go. Trying to look up the inside of Hefford. Hefford's going to have none of it there. Shuts the door on him. Going to break just around about the 50. Oh, that was Elise Main. It's gone around wide because Pete Van Gool and Ralph Cullinan got past her there to now down in 8th place. So here we go now on this run out of Worth down into Rin. Daniel Hunt made the move on the inside to Hefford. They're too wide. Who's going to be committed into this? There is slightly dab of the brakes and then 3rd gear. Is Hefford and Hunt going to run around the outside? They are. This could not work out for Hefford if he's not careful because he's on the outside line. How far is Daniel Hunt going to run him out? He gives him some space. That unfortunately jeopardizes Hunt now with Jacklett coming up right beside him again. Jacklett making this move on this run down into turn 1. Is he going to settle in behind him or is he going to full commit and go for it on this run? He's fully committed. There's side-by-side contact. Hunt up on 2 wheels. Hunt survived, but he was up on 2 wheels in that MX5. Jacklett there made it through, and tell you what though, Jacklett got his elbows out, and he got his elbows out really hard on Daniel Hunt there. I'll have to try and see if we can get another look at that, whether or not there was space left. Here we go, let's see if we've got the space left on it. So as we were on this run down into turn 1, I don't think they turned it into each other. Jacklett went up the inside. Ooh, maybe Hunt tried to make that move, tried to make that turn, didn't quite leave the space that Jacklett was desiring there, and away they unfortunately came into contact. Van Gool, Cullinan and Main now dropping round. Sloshgold coming round on this run round into Roush we go. These guys have been battling. Main was in front, so run wide, and that's allowed Cullinan and Van Gool through. So we're going to have to now, at the back of these 3, trying to keep hold of Cullinan in front. Barry is currently leading the AMs. Newman, as we've seen, is leading the pros, but not so easily is Newman, unfortunately. Barry's not got a comfortable ride either. They've got Charles Kellerman tucked up right behind him as these guys are heading round Worth and on this exit out down into Rin. Takes the left right-hander. But if we can jump back with the leaders, we've got Newman, Ayres and Hefford heading down the start-finish straight. Slowly they've dropped Jacklett off. Hard on the brakes they go around 2nd gear on this run out now. Trying to get that corner is quite tricky because you brake to slow down, you point your MX5 and you hit the throttle. That's literally that corner through and through. Get it down into gear, point your MX5 at that corner that you want to take down into Niki Lauda, and then you just literally put the throttle on as soon as you can go round. We are on the last lap of the race. Right, now who's going to be brave enough to make this move? Is Newman going to be able to hold on from Ayres? Ayres hasn't got many passing places left, and this is one of them. Oh, he's trying to send it. Oh, let's contact Ayres. Newman goes round. Newman then hits Ayres. Here comes Van Gool and Cullinan and Main. That may have to be that. I don't know. That looks very, 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 very sloppy. Going around that corner. Van Gool has got out. He's now still in 6th, sorry. He's trying to defend half from Cullinan. Newman there. We pick up Hefford as Hefford goes near enough. He coming round the second to last corner. There is Steve Hefford. He benefited from Ayres and Newman coming together, as did Carl Jacklett, because Carl Jacklett now is in 2nd place. So Jacklett in 2nd, Hefford there as we see him coming across the line. He takes the checkered flag. Jacklett in 2nd, Newman in 3rd. Hunt got back into 4th. Ayres in 5th and Van Gool in 6th. Cullinan in 7th. Main in 8th. Vivek in 9th place. Here is Mick Barry and Charles Kellerman on their run down to the start-finish line. Mick Barry comes across the line in 10th. Kellerman in 11th. And here's Andy Maxwell in 11th. He's gone past as well. There is Maxwell. There is Toon. There is Hansford. There is Morris. After his spin in at the beginning of the race, there is Craig Crawford as well. Darrell Wright and Annie Littler have come across the line. So there you go. Let's bring you the results. Here's this replay of Ayres. Ayres comes from a long way back. Oh, Newman them two then come together. Oh, I don't know. He come from such a long way. So, yeah, that's a difficult one. Hefford comes out. He is your winner of Heat 1. Newman is in 2nd place. Hunt in 3rd. Ayres in 4th. Van Gool in 5th. Cullinan is in 6th. Main in 7th. Vivek in 8th. Mick Barry there in 9th place. Kellerman down in 10th. Maxwell in 11th. Toon in 12th. Steve Hansford 13th. Jason Morris 14th. Craig Crawford 15th. Darrell Wright 16th. Carl Jacklett 17th. Hold on. Did Jacklett get a 40-second penalty? Is that why we're looking at him in 17th? I believe the reason Carl Jacklett, if that is results are correct, and he was crossed the line in 2nd and is now down in 17th. I'm guessing there was a penalty there for something that he didn't take. Could have been incident points, could have been penalties. So Carl Jacklett there. Why didn't Carl finish 2nd? Well, we think we were just talking about that. Now these results are brought straight in from iRacing. Okay, we don't control. We see them on our screen. SDK brings them in, and if SDK picks up that there's a penalty on one of the drivers, they get 40 seconds. That could explain why Carl Jacklett is down in 17th place, because there must have been a penalty there that wasn't taken. Okay, so that could explain why he was down in 17th. I hope that clears up for you there. Emma Waltman, I'm sorry, unfortunately for Carl Jacklett. Yeah, sad times. Right, guys, I'm just going to go and grab a quick drink. We've got about a 10-minute warm-up between the next race, so give me 2 seconds and we will be back shortly. Right, guys, we are back. We're coming to the end of the warm-up. We've got about 4 minutes remaining. Now, information. Carl Jacklett ran wide in the last corner and was black flagged. That's why he dropped down into 17th place. As we can see, some of the cars are out on practice. Some of them are not, have not gone out. So, yeah, unfortunately for Carl Jacklett, black flagged in the last corner. So, ML Walkman there, anti-optical conspiracy. No, it wasn't. He just got black flagged, young man. So, what can we do? Not a lot there, unfortunately, as we see Pete Newman go off into Worth and manages to keep it on track. So, there you go. But, yeah, so he's now got a black flag, unfortunately, for Carl Walkman in race 1. Which is not good for him. Don't forget, guys, next week we are in Spa. We start round 2 in Spa. And then for round 3, we go to Okayama on the 12th of April for Okayama. And then round 4 on the 19th, we're going to Sebring. In the 26th, we are off to Phillip Island. And then from the 3rd of May, we're in Brands Hatch. The 10th of May, we're at Interlagos. Then we've got Watkins Glen on the 17th of May. Then on the 24th, it is Daytona. And then on the 31st, we round out round 10, the season ending at Le Mans. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting one at Le Mans for the season decider. And a very long one. It'd be interesting to see what sort of times these guys have got round Le Mans. To see how they get on, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think, for this season. So stay with us, guys, all the way through this season. 10 races of MX5 racing, brought to you by UK SimRacers and broadcast by myself and Tyler Oldham on a Tuesday evening here every Tuesday night. So yeah. Should be a fun season. Highly looking forward to it as we're here at round 1 at the Redbull Ring after we had a little bit of dramatics in the first race where Ayres and Newman came together going round Slosh Gold. Ayres coming from a long way back though, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to be perceived, whether or not that will be looked at or not. We'll just have to see what happens with that one. But there you go. Let's come to the end now. We've got about 1 minute 10 seconds now left of this warm-up before we then have to change over sessions for race 3 and race 4. Now we have got full reverse, it looks like, this time around. So we will keep an eye on the reverse grid and see how that turns out and how far down. I think it is a full reverse anyway, I believe, this evening, so we'll just have to see when the grid comes up. So yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. If race 2 is anything as exciting as race 1, then it should be a really good race. And I think this is just, as I say, it's a hard one at Red Bull, because you pick up the draft to free out the, free out of the, what they got, 7 corners, if that, really. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 corners, and 3 of them are straight. So, there are opportunities there to make your move, but maybe not as far back as Ayres was trying to make his. And I think that's the thing, really. He did come from a long way back. So, and unfortunately, this gentleman here, Pete Newman, did suffer in race 1 from that. Right. Okay, let's bring you up the grid as my UI decides that it wants to pop up again. Right, so Craig Crawford in first this time around, Jason Morris in second, Steve Hansford in third, Alan Toon in fourth, Andy Maxwell fifth, Charles Kellerman in sixth, Mick Barry in seventh, Roy Vivek in eighth, Elise Main in ninth, Ralph Cullinan in 10th, Pete Van Gaal in 11th, Jamie Ayres in 12th, Daniel Hunt in 13th, Pete Newman there in 14th, Steve Hefford in 15th, so it's the top 15 reverse. Darrell Wright in 16th, Carl Jacklett down in 17th place, and Andy Littler there in 18th. So all the cars are coming onto the grid now. We pick up with Craig Crawford, the leader. That will be absolutely amazing. Here we go. Lights out for race 2 here at the Redbull Ring. Craig Crawford got away well. He's got Morris coming up beside him though. On the run down into turn 1. They are 3 wide further back. 2 rows of 3. Is that going to work out for everybody to get through the first corner? They do. Kellerman there in car number 19 on the outside. He managed to survive as well. Car 67 and car number 57. There's the Steve Hansford, Charles Kellerman, Alan Toon, Andy Maxwell, Mick Barry all survived at the first corner on this run up into turn 2 now. Morris still out in front at the moment. Crawford in second, Hansford third, Kellerman fourth. Hunt has gotten off. Hunt's coming through. Oh, Hunt, Hefford, Ayres, and Roy Vivek. Oh man, Daniel Hunt just got out of control on the grass, and there's no stopping the MX-5s on the grass. There's no brakes, there's no grip at all, and just went barreling into the side of Hefford. Vivek, it was just absolutely crazy. Roy Vivek, Daniel Hunt and Steve Hefford are all in the pits for this second race. 13 minutes gone. Look like hardware, you think. Oh no, Mick Barry goes round. Stays out the way. Oh, so we've got Morris in first. Kellerman now is in second, car number 67. Oh, look at this tight battle. Newman is just coming through. Newman's just picking through the order. He's up 11 places at the moment. Oh, contact further back. That's Van Gaal and Hansford. They've gone side by side. At least Main's in the mix as well. Here we go on this run down into turn 1. We've got Van Gaal in the middle, at least Main. And then we've got Andy Maxwell in there as well on this running now through first corner. We go. Main got a lot better run. Checked up though on the back of Maxwell and is now settled in for 8th place. That was absolutely crazy. Let's have a look back at the Daniel Hunt incident. Let's see if we can jump on board with Daniel and see if there was just anything. He's coming into the corner, just, yeah, something happens. Must have had something there, because that just looked very, very bizarre. Van Gaal now making the move on Alan Toon. Let's put Van Gaal up third. He's up 6, and he's third in pros, and he's 5th overall. There you go. So Van Gaal in 5th place now. Morris still out in front. Kellerman behind him. Newman behind that. On this run of through Worth, they go on the way out down into Rint. Newman is up, well, he's up 11 places. Absolutely incredible for Pete Newman. He's making a move on Charles Kellerman now on this run down into Rint. Newman up 12. He's up 12 places. Absolutely insane there from Pete Newman. 12th place gain, and we're only coming round to start lap 3. That was absolutely epic driving. Elise Main is car number 66 there, making a move past Alan Toon. That's to put her into 6th place on this run down into turn 1. Is there going to be space left from these? Main goes up on 2 wheels. Toon looks like he's got a lot better run. Coming down into Remus we go. Main still manages to keep it out in front, pulling along Andy Maxwell behind her. Coming up into Remus now, covering off the inside line. Toon car 65 on the outside. On the brakes, first gear. Toon makes it around the outside of Maxwell. Main manages to hold on to 6th place. Newman now making a move on Morris. Coming down into Slosh Gold, these guys go hard on the brakes. Is Newman going to make it? 13th place gain for Pete Newman. Absolutely crazy driving from Pete Newman. Has made 13 places up already and has now taken the lead of the race. We still got Vivek, Hunt and Hefford in the pits. Oh wow, that is absolutely incredible driving from Newman. Managed to make up 13 places and was slicing through the field like a hot knife through butter, as we see Maxwell now join up to the back of Main. Toon has got in front of Main. Main's making a run down beside, they're side by side, going down into Rint. It's going to have to be careful. Main chops it back across the front of Toon, dab on the brakes, third gear they go on this run down now into Red Bull Mobile, last corner on the track, breaking down in second. Oh, Toon's got to be careful because that will count as probably as an off track, because that is a very tight off track, that inside line, and it's going to have to be very careful there. Toon's got Maxwell trying to make moves down. Maxwell on the left, Toon on the right as they're coming up into Nicky Lauda. Oh, they're going to keep it side by side, these guys, as that's jeopardized Toon's exit though for Craig Crawford. Darrell Wright, so he's made the move past Toon there in car number 84. On this run up now into Remus, these guys go. Newman out in front, then Morris, then Van Gaal, then Kellerman, then Main, then Maxwell. Wright, Toon, Crawford and Hansford round out our top 10. Ayres down in 11th place. Littler behind that, Jacqueline in 13th, Barry 14th. Vivek still in the pits in 15th, Hunt in 16th, Hefford in 17th in the pits. And Cullinan, nothing registering from Cullinan at the moment. So whether or not he missed the start, didn't make it on track. But here we go, epic battle in the midfield now. This is Alan Toon and Darrell Wright. Coming on that run, round Slosh go down into Roush. There's Andy Littler trying to get onto the back of Carl Jacqueline. And Mick Barry behind that as well. There we go, they go round now. We pick up with Craig Crawford. Car number 18. Steve Hansford's behind him. From Optical Green, as you can see by the green on the car. From his Optical Red teammate in front. I don't think there's any love lost between the Optical guys. Oh, Hansford runs wide. That allows Crawford through. Round the last corner we go. Crawford has got Ayres behind him, so he's going to have to be careful because Ayres is a very quick driver. So Crawford's going to have to try and stay on the back of Hansford if he can to get towed along. Crawford did a 152.1. Ayres went across the line in a 149.1. We're waiting for the stream to settle down. We're just waiting to see. Hopefully the stream will settle down, guys. There's all good on my side. No issues at the moment. It looks like it may settle back down again, so not quite sure what is happening there. If the stream was coming across choppy for you guys, I do apologise, as we see Newman out in front, then Morris, then Van Gaal, then Kellerman, then Main in 5th place, up 4 places. Van Gaal up 8, Wright up 9, Crawford down 10. Wow, Craig Crawford down 10 places. But this man, Pete Newman, looks fine on my end. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Newman out in front, Morris in second. Morris has started second and looks like with a little over 6 minutes remaining could stay in second place. It depends on what happens and whether or not he can stay in contact with Newman, because Newman currently on a 1:48.54 last lap. Saying that though, Morris was on a 1:48.53, so you know, fairly close. As we see now, Jamie Ayres make that move on Steve Hansford. Coming out of Rint that was as well. Not your most conventional place there, but Ayres made it and is now up into 9th place after being involved in the Daniel Hunt incident at the beginning. It looked like we think Hunt had a failure because he just ended up on the grass and it just literally no control, just well straight into the side of Hefford there, which put Ayres, Hefford and Vivek well down the order. In fact, 3 of them are still in the pits as we see Main and Maxwell. Let's play this out on the run down to Slosh Gold, and we will have another look at the Hunt incident. Let's see how Main gets on with Maxwell tucked up right behind her. On this run down into Slosh Gold we go. Maxwell trying to put her, wasn't looking really aggressive like I would expect there. You know what I mean? It didn't really stick the nose out of the car. Didn't really look at making the move. Oh, he's trying now. Main out in front. Maxwell behind. Car 66 is Elise Main. Car number 19 is Andy Maxwell. On this run down now into Rin we go. Let's see how this plays out round the last corner, and then we'll have another look at the Daniel Hunt incident. See if we can decipher what went wrong. It did look like a massive bunch of hardware failure. These guys are going to stay as they are. Let's have a look at that replay now. See Daniel Hunt there. Just nothing is really happening for him. Then ends up careering across the grass. Doesn't stop the car. And there is Hefford, Vivek, Ayres. And I believe that's Carl Jacklett involved with that as well. Ayres managed to keep going, but the others unfortunately ended up in the pits. Main has managed to keep Maxwell at bay on this run down into Remus. First gear corner, hard on the throttle we go. Let's see what Maxwell can do. Is there going to be a massive defense here from Rain trying to hug the inside? The problem is, you hug the inside, you kind of jeopardize your exit on the way out. Maxwell still not making that move though, despite, you know, being there or thereabouts and about 149.40. 150's made the move now, too wide. On this run down into Roush we go. Main on your right, Maxwell on the left. Maxwell comes across around the outside. Main can still come back on the inside. Get your foot down. Oh, Maxwell there gets the job done over Main. Main's looking at coming back though. We've got a lot better exit. Take the inside line. Main now on the inside on this run down into Rin. They're going to be bobbing up over the hill very shortly. There they are. Main on the left, Maxwell on the right. Swapping backwards and forwards. Main keeps it on track, that jeopardizes the exit, and Maxwell gets a lot better exit on this run up into turn 1. These guys having this epic scrap, side by side we go. Coming down into turn 1 now, Maxwell on the left, Main on the right. Is there going to be space left? There is. Main settles back in behind Maxwell on this run up into Remus. These guys having an absolutely epic battle with 1:49 on the clock. We're going to have this lap and one more. And then we'll be on the white flag. Main making moves on the left. Maxwell's coming across, the door's shut in. Oh, side by side. Maxwell's going to be jeopardizing the exit. Main gets a lot better run there, side by side again. On this run down into Sloshko we go. Main on your right, Maxwell on your left. Behind them we've got Darryl Wright and Jamie Ayres. Main gets the job done on that run down into Sloshko. Down Main still in 6th place. Oh, Main's run wide. Main's run wide. Elise Main very, very wide. That's another 3 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop positions for Elise Main, down in now in 10th place. Oh, Maxwell up into 5th, right in 6th, Ayres in 7th. The recovering Jamie Ayres. Main is up beside Toon, got the job done on Toon. Carl Jacklett, sorry, that's Carl Jacklett with the yellow wheels. Ayres and Maxwell going side by side on this run down. Ayres around the outside. Second to last corner, move for Jamie Ayres. Last corner done there for Ayres. That's him now up into 5th place. It's a 7th place gain for Jamie Ayres as we're on this run into first gear. Up into first gear, up into first corner. And Jamie Ayres there got past both Darrell Wright and Andy Maxwell. Yep, absolutely blinding. We'll have a look at both that move now. There he goes, he's at the back of Wright. Gets a lot better run out of Worth. Tucks up the inside of Wright and then looks at running around the outside of Maxwell. Jamie Ayres there slicing past 2 people within the space of 1 corner and takes 2 positions. Ayres now still out in front. Toon is up beside Main. Hard on the brakes this time. Get it round this corner rather than running out into the gravel. That's a 5 place drop in the space of 1 corner for Elise Main. Same in race 1, unfortunately. Lost 3 positions in race 1, doing the same thing, running wide. But we've got Pete Newman now coming round to take the checkered flag. Let's pick up with the leader. Second to last corner for Pete Newman. 13 place gain. And it's going to be coming across the line in first place. There is Barney, the flag bearer. Pete Newman got first. Morris in second. Van Gool in third. Kellerman in 4th. There's Charles Kellerman. Jamie Ayres got all the way up into 5th. Andy Maxwell is 6th from Darrell Wright. On the run down to the line they go. I think Maxwell got that. Jacklett in 8th place. Main in 9th. Toon in 10th. Hansford in 11th. Mick Barry comes across the line in 12th place. Craig Crawford in 13th. There is Craig. Andy Littler 14th. And Ray Vivek made it back out on track after a 12.5-minute pit stop. Wow. So there you go, guys. We will bring you the results and then we will have got to jump over into the next session for race 3 and race 4. So Pete Newman is in first place. Jason Morris in second. Pete Van Gool in third. Charles Kellerman in 4th. Jamie Ayres in 5th. Andy Maxwell in 6th. Darrell Wright in 7th place. Carl Jacklett in 8th. Elise Main in 9th. Alan Toon in 10th. Steve Hansford 11th. Mick Barry 12th. Craig Crawford 13th. Andy Littler in 14th. Roy Vivek in 15th. Daniel Hunt in 16th. Had what we think was some form of failure that put Vivek, Hunt and Hefford in the pits. So Hefford's down in 16th. Ralph Cullinan didn't take the start. But that also, Jamie Ayres was involved in that. And Jamie Ayres managed to battle his way back into 5th place. So there you go. Right, let's now, what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to go on the BRB screen while we look at swapping over sessions for race 3 and race 4. Right, guys, we are back. ML Walkman, some good racing out there for sure. Yep, definitely on that one. I do apologise for the random messages, guys. I was trying to type something and I leant on my keyboard and didn't realise I was still in YouTube chat and not actually moving my mouse to where it needed to be. So if you've seen message retracted, that is me. I do apologise for that because I leant on the keyboard and started typing when I thought I was in a different program, and clearly I was not. So there you go. What more could you do? What can you do about it? These things are made to test us. So there you go. Let's see. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We're up and running. We're ready to go for race 3. Now, after Pete Newman's massive gain in that race, why is my racing line on? 2 seconds, guys. Right, not sure why that is come up. Very bizarre. Don't want to watch them on the racing line driving around the circuit. But this is the fun of iRacing. It has played havoc since the last update with all of my graphics settings. And it's been a bit bizarre. So there you go. Heyday 123. iRacing doesn't crash. Don't be silly. Yeah, right. let's be real about it. But guys, if you are here, that's absolutely amazing. If you can, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell for notifications when we go live every Tuesday evening, and you'll be the first ones to know when we're live. So yeah, that would be absolutely great, amazing if you can do them 3 things. That would be great, and then we can boost this channel up from the 20 subscribers that we got at the moment and get it up as high as we possibly can if everybody hits that subscribe button when they're here, hits the like button, keeps chat going as well. Believe it or not, everything you type in chat does get recognized by the YouTube algorithm and kind of boosts us up a little bit as well for people to view the broadcast. So please keep going if you are here in chat. I know Emma Waltman's in here, Pete Van Gaal obviously will be racing. So obviously I don't expect you to be talking, because if you're talking and racing at the same time, you're doing a stellar job, because I can only concentrate on one thing at a time, and that for me is literally just commentating. I can't concentrate on a lot else at the same time. But then again, I think I just get a little bit more excited and get really involved with the racing, so therefore I end up just literally concentrating. I get tunnel vision. And away we go. So there you go. But let's have a look as well, guys. I'm just trying to keep an eye on socials. Don't forget you can follow me over on Twitter at JParfitt12, or go and have a look at my website JamesParfitt.co.uk for all the times when I am broadcasting. You'll be able to have a look there as well. There's videos of previous broadcasts if you want to go and have a look and see what previously I did. And there's a special one I put up from Sunday, guys, where I covered real-world commentary at Rover Race Circuit, covering the BKC, so the British Kart Championships there as well. There was some epic racing from all the under-15s there on Sunday. It was an absolute epic day, I've got to be honest. Absolutely, thoroughly loved it. So, yeah, go and have a look over there, and you can see the racing. Right, let's bring you up the grid. Here comes my UI again. I don't know what's happening between these connections, but the UI is back up. So let's have a look at the grid for race 3. We're going to have to speed read it. Everybody's getting on the grid really quickly. Darrell Wright in first, Main in second, Cullen in third, Maxwell fourth, Kellerman fifth, Ayres in sixth, Van Gaal in seventh, Morris in eighth, Hefford in ninth, Newman 10th, Vivek in 11th, Jacklett in 12th, Mick Barry in 13th, Toon in 14th, Hansford 15th, Crawford 16th, Littler in 17th. So we've got a top 10 reverse this time. So there you go. These cars are getting on track rather rapidly, which does make me speed read. So we got, so they've all stopped now. There was about one more to get on track, and there you go. We are on track, guys. We'll wait for the lights to come up for race 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. We are live for race 3. Darrell Wright out in first place. Main got a lot better run on the start up into turn 1. Main on the left-hand side there, car number 66, Darryl Wright on the right, on the bright yellow. Main is now out in front of the race. And Maxwell there on the left-hand side with Ayres tucked up the inside behind him. There, look at the cars spread across the track. 3 wide on this run down into Remus. Main now on the outside, on your left. Darryl Wright behind him. Main still got the Lee and Ralph Cullinan still tucked up in there as well as these guys heading down into Remus for the first time. Further back. Oh, there's an instant. Darryl Wright goes round. Doesn't collect anybody. Taps Ralph Cullinan by the looks of it. And these guys have had, and we'll have a look at that very shortly. We get past the first lap. Main there out in front. Maxwell second. Van Gaal in third. Hefford fourth. Newman fifth. Newman just goes past Morris there down into Schlossgold on this run round to Roush we go. All of these cars absolutely flying, still taking it. Newman now trying to go up the inside of Van Gaal. There you go. Does Newman get the job done? Doesn't this time around. He's sending out the inside of Roush. So here we go. Newman is on the attack. He is on the attack after. He seems to be very aggressive after the first race incident with Jamie Ayres, but Newman now up into third. Up 7 already. And it's only the first lap, but we're 3 wide again. Hefford on the right, Van Gaal in the middle, Morris on the inside. Are they going to all keep it side by side? Van Gaal takes out in front. There's an incident behind. There's rubbing behind. I heard that. Massive crunch. Hefford goes in deep. Unfortunately, loses positions there. But if we can have a look back at the first race lap incident involving Darryl Wright and Ralph Cullinan, we'll do that for you right now. Here we go. As they come in on that Remus run. Right on the left, Cullinan in the middle in the red. Right goes round. Oh, it just goes round on his own. Cullinan there with nowhere to go. Carl Jacklett there in 8th place. Got Rover Vake behind him. Optical red and optical blue. There you go, Jamie Ayres trying to go up the inside of car number 32. That's Ralph Cullinan. On this run down into Schlossgold. He tried to make the move into Remus, didn't make it stick, and is now up into 7th behind Ralph Cullinan. At least Main still out in front with Andy Maxwell, Newman, Van Gaal, Morris, Cullinan, Ayres, Jacklett, Avervake, Hefford rounding out your top 10. Around Schlossgold we go on the run round to Roush. Main still got out in front. Newman now trying to send it on the inside of Maxwell. Oh, he's just bullying, look at bullying Maxwell off the inside line. Did Newman make that move stick though? Newman did, he made the move stick. He's up into second. Pete Newman absolutely flying. Ayres 2 wide with Jamie Morris. Ayres taking the inside line. Morris has got to be careful. If he's not careful, he's got Carl Jacklett right behind him as well. He's got to try and get back into some form of groove on the line. Ayres there takes the tighter line. Morris takes the outside. He's got the, can get on the throttle a little bit earlier. Jacklett goes in now, hard on the brakes, second gear, hard on the accelerator we go. On this run down into turn 1. Jacklett's tucked up right behind Morris there, car number 42. We're on board with Carl Jacklett now. He's looking at making the move on the inside. Oh, I think he's gone. He's gone. Carl Jacklett, second gear. Slow out, unfortunately for Jacklett. That's going to put him under attack. Am I reading the race timer right? Yeah, I think you've got the same thing. I think it's a 20-minute race. 9 laps, I believe it is. 9 laps. So when they've done the line 9 laps, it will finish. So there you go. So Newman is still in second. Oh, he could not get any closer to Elise Main than he already is now. Taking it 2 wide down into Schlossgold. Up front now with Main and Newman. Here we go, Newman on the left, Main on the right. Newman's going to make this stick. He's going to take that inside line away from Main. That's Main down into second. It is just 9 laps. ML, 9 laps. Steve Efford trying to go round. Takes the inside line from number car 42. It's Carl Jacklett. Now still got the outside. Can he get it going round into Roush? He doesn't. He's Jacklett still out in front. They're climbing all over the back of poor Jamie Morris. And Morris is just kind of in there And these guys are climbing all over the back of him at the moment. Round on the exit of Worth we go on this run down into Rint. We've got Morris, Jacklett and Hefford. Newman, Main and Van Gaal lead us off of the front three. Hard on the brakes, second gear. And now we're going to have a look how Pete Newman got past Elise Main on this run down into Sloshgold. They're too wide. You can see it there. Newman's going to take the inside line. He's side by side now. Just goes up the inside. Main gives him room. Gives him a lot of room. And that allows Newman to come back through. Now here we go. We've got Jacklett is under attack from Vivek. Morris is under attack from everyone. Hefford is up in the front of the group and the three there. Steve Hefford going past Jason Morris and Carl Jacklett all together. We'll have a look how he did that in a minute because he passed two people. Alan Toon, unfortunately, has been involved in an incident. We'll have another look at that. Mick Barry's in the pits as well. So is that resulting from Mick Barry earlier on? He did go on and off the track. So we'll have a look there, but here we go. Jacklett now on the inside of Morris, and Morris has lost another position into Sloshgold. Let's have a look how Hefford got these two cars. So here we go. We're just waiting for the replay to come through of Steve Hefford passing both cars on this run down the start-finish straight. He takes it 3 wide. Jacklett on the right-hand side, Morris on the in. Hefford just sends it up the inside. He stuck a stamp on it, licked the corners, sent it in. He sent it from miles away. Van Gaal has got past Main as well. So Van Gaal is now in second. Morris trying to come back on the inside on this run down into Rint. Morris takes the inside line. Jacklett nowhere to go, just settles in behind. Round the last corner we go. And that's Morris back in 8th place. Jacklett in 9th. Morris is leading the AMs. We will show you the graphic at the top of the screen of the AM and Pro leaders currently on track. There you go. Newman is out in front for the pros. Morris is out in front for the AMs. There is Elise Main in 3rd. Lost another position to Pete Van Gaal. Unfortunately for Elise Main is now down in 3rd place. We're on lap 5. We've got 4 laps remaining, ML. Don't worry too much. We've got 4 laps remaining. It is just a 9-lap race. And let's run down into Sloshgold now. Newman in first. And we're going to have a look back at the... Oh, that's Jason Morris. Oh, I can guarantee that's coming out of Remus. And he spun it all on his own. Let's have another look at that in a minute. Van Gaal is trying to attack Newman round Roush. On this run down, short shot burst down into Worth. Before they'll lift off the throttle, let it coast round. 3rd gear on the accelerator now, out of Worth. Can take a lot more of the curb than you can at the other corners of the Red Bull. And I think that's what this track is. This is where the frustrations of this track come in, because you can take the curb like you can now and not pick up an off track, but if you do it on the last corner and take too much of the inside, you get an off track. And I think that's where sometimes on the Red Bull Ring the inconsistencies come into it on this track. Morris now trying to get back to Darrell Wright. Looks like he's damaged his car. Car number 67, Kellerman has gone past him as well. Let's have another look how Morris damaged his car. Here we go. He's on this run up into Remus. Hefford's out in front of... Oh, too much gas. Too much gas. One-way ticket to the barrier there for Jason Morris. Hefford now making the move up. Jacklett, that's Hefford now in 7th place. Jacklett trying to look at coming back on this run down into Sloshgold. These guys are side by side. Hefford on the left, Jacklett on the right. Who's going to be last of the late breakers as they come down into Sloshgold now? Hefford on the brakes. Jacqueline runs slightly wide, trying to make that cutback work for him. Jacqueline now tucked up behind Hefford on this run round to Roush we go. There we go, he's looking at taking the inside line. He's trying to bully Hefford off that line. Hefford's having none of it. Ayres now in 4th place, all over the back of poor Elise Main. Just gone past Maxwell there, and now heading out for Elise Main to try and get that 3rd position. Elise Main is down 1 from where she started. Hefford and Jacqueline still having this epic scrap. Let's pick up the Ayres battle, and Main going down the start-finish straight. Ayres there now is going to look at pulling out. He's not afraid to send it when he needs to. Doesn't do it this time. On the brakes, 2nd gear. They're looking to get the run out of Nicky Lauda. Oh, big bumps over the curb from both of them. Main looks like he's got a good exit there. Maybe managed to be able to keep Ayres behind him on this run. Can they do it up into Remus though? Ayres tucked up behind Main now. The gap is closing. It's coming down 0.262. On the brakes, down into 1st gear we go. Van Gaal there having an epic battle with Newman in front. But let's stay on board with Ayres as they try and chase down Main in front of us. Taking the left-hand side, Newman and Van Gaal. 2 wide going into Sloshgold. Van Gaal's got to be looking at trying to get back. Main managed to hold on the position from Ayres. Van Gaal's on the inside of Newman. He's going to be on the outside though for Roush, unfortunately. And here we go again now. Newman takes back the lead. I think Jamie Ayres got past Elise Main there. Jamie Ayres got past Main. That's put her down in 4th place now. 2 laps remaining of this race. And at the moment, Newman's hanging on to the lead from Van Gaal. Van Gaal is soon going to have Ayres trying to catch up to the back of him. Ayres cleared Main and is now on the hunt for Pete Van Gaal. Coming around the last corner we go. Hefford and Jacqueline still having this battle that they've had pretty much for the whole entire race of race 3. Oh, Jacqueline's got a lot better run there. Is he going to look at taking the inside line? Newman and Van Gaal are together. I'm heading right back. Jacqueline and Hefford are side by side coming down into turn 1. Dab of the brakes, 2nd gear, point the car, hit the accelerator. Hefford on the outside, he stays wide. Oh, gets his foot on the accelerator and manages to hold that 7th position from Hefford there on this run up into Remus. The next place for Jacqueline to have a go will be down into Sloshgold if he can stay right behind Hefford on this exit. If he can't do it, then he's going to be looking at trying to bully, really, to try and get the positions between the next set of corners of Roush, Worth and Rin. And then you've got the last corner. But Newman and Van Gaal. Van Gaal takes a different line from Newman, drops him back just a little bit, but then gains it back. Look, you can see now he's closed the gap right up. He's going to be looking at trying to send it out the inside. Ayres is going to want to get involved in this battle shortly as well. So going to be coming around, taking the last lap of the race. Coming around Worth now. Newman out in front currently from Van Gaal, from Ayres, from Main, Maxwell, Cullinan, Hefford and Jacqueline. Vivek in 9th, Hansford in 10th. These guys are going 2 wide on this run down into Rint. Who's going to take this position? Newman on the inside, Van Gaal on the out. Is there going to be space there? Here we go, last corner. Going to come around collecting the white flag. We see Barney, the white flag bearer, waving frantically. There he is. Strongest arm in iRacing. And don't let anyone tell you any different. Van Gaal tucked up behind Newman now as they're heading into the last lap of the race. Ayres is in the mix. Ayres has managed to catch up with them. Oh, Jacqueline and Hefford. Hefford stayed in front of Jacqueline there. Let's pick up with the leaders because that is going to be getting spicy. The last lap now, lap 9. This is Van Gaal's chance. He's looking at sending out the inside. Van Gaal and Newman going into Remus. They're side by side. Newman's going to get a lot better run. Ayres is going to get... Oh, Van Gaal chopped the nose off Jamie Ayres. If that was plastic surgery, Ayres would have to go back for a reshape. The man, he just had his nose chopped off from Van Gaal there. Van Gaal was no prisoners on Jamie Ayres around that corner because he literally just cut his nose straight off. Here we go now, Newman out in front. Van Gaal in second for the end of race 3. Roundworth for the final time now on this run out to Rin. Oh, Van Gaal goes very high. Has he suffered with Ayres right up behind him? Ayres looking at trying to take, is he going to try and look at taking it on Rin? Oh, Ayres just tucks in behind him. I think Newman's going to get this. I think Newman's going to get it. Newman has taken first place. Van Gaal in second, Ayres in third, Main in fourth, Maxwell in fifth. In sixth place, we've got Ralph Cullinan coming across the line for you in sixth. Hefford's managed to stay ahead of Jacqueline there for the battle for seventh and eighth. Vivek in ninth as we wait for Hansford to come round the last corner. There is Hansford from Optical Green. Comes across the line in 10th place, Darryl Wright and Andy Littler. 10th and 11th respectively. 13th place is Charles Kellerman. There he is. Coming across the line now. 14th is Craig Crawford. 15th place is Jason Morris after unfortunately spinning the car at Remus and putting it headfirst into the barrier. And then Alan Toon comes across the line for 16th place. So there you go. Absolutely, well, that was just epic. I don't know about anybody else. Hope you all enjoyed that race. Now, let's hear the results. Newman out in front. Van Gaal in second place. Ayres finished third. Main fourth. Maxwell in fifth, Cullinan in sixth, Hefford in seventh, Jacqueline in eighth, Vivek in ninth, Hansford in 10th, Wright in 11th, Littler in 12th, Kellerman 13th, Crawford 14th, Morris down in 15th, Alan Toon in 16th, and Mick Barry down in 17th. I believe Daniel Hunt hasn't made the grid after his pedal failure, his brake pedal failure in the last race, and unfortunately which led to, well, a meteoric incident involving Hefford, Ayres, Barry and himself. So that was absolutely crazy. Right, guys, we are just going to wait for the next session to come up. I believe it doesn't like it when they try and set more than one session up at a time. So, guys, we will be right back shortly. Okay, and here we go we're back for race 4 now. As we come into the end of the practice, I believe we've got a 10-minute practice, but we are 4.5 minutes in. So let's see what happens. Don't forget, guys, if you are here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on them bells for notifications. And don't forget, if you're watching the broadcast back or if you're watching it right now, hit the like button. Every time, if you're viewing the broadcast for the first time and you haven't hit that like button already, please hit the like button if you're watching it back as well. That will be absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Much love to you all. Now, as we said earlier on, guys, next week we are at Spa. Now that is going to be tasty. Spa next week, round 2 on the 5th of April, round 12. Hold on. We don't go 2 to 12, you know. We go 2 to 3. So round 3 is Okayama. Round 4 is Sebring. Round 5 is Phillip Island. Round 6 is Brands Hatch. Round 7 is on the 10th of May, and that is at Interlagos. Round 8 is Watkins Glen. Round 9, Daytona. And round 10 rounds us out in Le Mans for the final race of the season. So that's going to be an exciting one there, guys. I cannot wait for that. But welcome in, everybody. If you are here, please say hi. Have a chat. We can say, is Emma Waltman still in chat? Is he still here? As a Martin Sampson. Martin was at work and he was watching us. Why he was at work? Are you still watching Martin? Let's see there. Carrie Fox, welcome in. Much love. Thank you very much for joining us earlier on. Pete Van Gogh, Heyday123 is here as well. So much love to you. And I believe our very own producer Tyler Oldham is also watching the broadcast. Not that he can't see it live, but he's, you know, it all counts towards viewers, guys. So don't forget as well, if you are sat at home and you're just driving, you can open the broadcast up. That will help us out. Absolutely incredible. I have got to do some work because YouTube is not loving me at this moment in time. Every time I go live, it doesn't show up. So I am going to go and have a good old look at YouTube and find out why the broadcasts don't show up when it should. So there you go. Still here, says Walton. Much love to you. Thank you very much for race 4. Coming in to about 3 minutes now. So 3 minutes remaining. I think I have the good old 9 laps of the Redbull Ring. So enjoy the last race of the evening. And you got to admit, guys, it's been quite epic racing so far. You know, I've loved every minute of it. Because it's been such close racing. We've had some alert bell. That's how I got here for race start. YouTube alerted me. See? It pays off, guys, to have the bell turned on for notifications. Because then you know how you get here at the beginning of the broadcast. You don't miss a single thing. As Emma Waltman there said, he didn't miss it because the bell went off. And it told him when we were live. Okay? Okay. Commentators spoken. Turn on the bells for notifications. Make sure you're here next Tuesday for round 2 at Spa, because that's going to be, well, it's Spa, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's Spa. El Rouge, Radion, Camel, Lacombe. What part of a track would you know more apart from that set of corners on Spa? But would you know Rivage and Pouon and No Name? Would you know them? There you go. And through Blanchimont. See us for explanations of more basic concepts. Huh? I'm lost. Help me out. I like that. This sometimes happens, see, guys. Somebody types something and I just get confused. And I'm just, Waltman, explain. Explain that. Right, we're advancing the session now into the next race. So let's hope all these cars get ready to go. I didn't realise there was a smaller Red Bull circuit. Can you see it there on a scenic view? On the left-hand side, on the run-up into Remus, there's another corner that leads you out round Roush. Now, that would be an interesting one in an MX5 to take that corner, wouldn't it? See it there, part of the track, then come off round Worth. So, there. Explaining the alert bell. Oh, okay. Right, so in first place is Andy Littler. In second place is Darryl Wright. Third place, Steve Hansford. Fourth, Roy Vervaeke. Fifth, Carl Jacklett. Sixth, Steve Hefford. Seventh, Ralph Cullinan. Eighth, Andy Maxwell. Ninth, Elise Main. 10th, Jamie Ayres. 11th, Pete Van Gaal. 12th, Pete Newman. Top 12 reverse this time. Charles Kellerman in 13th. Craig Crawford 14th. Jason Morris 15th. Alan Toon 16th. And Mick Barry in 17th. Go, quick, pick up first place because the lights are going to be going. Here we go, take the grid off. Grid's gone, lights are on, and we're gone. Oh, such a rush. Andy Littler out in front from Darryl Wright. Steve Hansford in third. Roy Vervaeke in fourth. Steve Hefford in fifth there. Newman, I'm watching Newman, he's in 10th already. Newman's up into 10th. Hefford there, trying to take a free wide with Hansford and Wright. Going on that run up into Remus. Now these guys are free wide all the way up into Remus. How's this going to rate? Vervaeke's taking it 4. They've gone for a crash! 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 Oh, Vervaeke, Hansford, Hefford, Wright spins. Oh, that was... Ayres has gone round. Morris is involved. Barry's involved. Littler's involved. Everyone's involved. Oh, no. Not Littler. That was Toon, I believe. What have we just witnessed there? That started with Vervaeke. I've taken it 4 wide with Wright. Oh man, that was absolute carnage. And all the while, Pete Newman, up 8 places, is in 4th. Wow. May now touch right up behind on that run out of Worth. We'll have another look back at that in very shortly. Newman there in 4th. Main in 5th. Oh. Newman's now up into 3rd place. Got Jacklett in 2nd. Pete Newman having an absolute barnstorm in 3 races. Let's get him in chat after. Newman now trying to make that move on Jacklett. It does so. Here we go, car number 65. That is Alan Toon and Jason Morris. I believe oh, contact with Toon and Morris. Hefford here now, Mick Barry, Charles Kellerman on this run up into Remus. Jacklett now, car number 42, got Roy Vervaeke on the inside. I believe I owe Jason Morris an apology. Apparently a few times through and during the last race I called him Jamie. So I do apologise for that. There, Jason Morris, my bad on that one. I think it was you having a battle with Jamie Ayres and then I kind of tunnelled out. And it, went a little bit wrong. Right, Elise Main is settling now in 5th place. Hefford making moves on Barry, coming down into Schlossgold. They go. That's Hefford back up into 10th. Let's have a look back at that incident via the chopper to show you what actually happened. So, right hit Hansford. Hansford hits Hefford. And Vervaeke makes it through. And then Hansford just comes round, hits Jamie Ayres, hits Hefford, Barry, Van Gaal gets round, Morris on the outside. Jamie Ayres just spinning the car up. I'm going to have a look on board with the cockpit with Steve Hefford. At the moment, Jacklett has managed to get into 1st. Where did that happen? There was a... Hefford passed Barry. Jacklett went past Newman. Jacklett and Newman having this epic battle down into turn 1. We think Newman may have had a slowdown. Main in the back there as well, weaving around. Newman now looking at trying to hug the inside line to prevent from Roy Vivek getting overtaken. Mick Barry has had an incident. We'll have another look back at the minute. These guys are really close together. On this run into Remus we go. Main on the outside there. Newman now trying to take this run down, this attack down to Carl Jacklett in first place. Jacklett up 4, Newman up 10. You can see the gains and losses. Hansford down 11 places. Newman's got Vivek on the outside as they come round into Sloshgold now. Newman tucks in back behind. Carl Jacklett in first place. Pete Newman, winner of race 2, winner of race 3, unlucky in race 1. Can he make it 3 of the 4 races where he takes the victory? Coming now through Worth, here we go. This is on board with Elise Main. There's the incident in front. There's Wright, Hansford, Hefford. Main hard on the brakes, trying to keep out the back of Carl Jacklett, car 42. And here behind, right behind us happening. Oh, there it all is. Oh, it just looks carnage. Absolute carnage. But Vivek in third place. We're bringing the AMS and Pros graphic on the board to show you who is currently leading in each class. There you go, Littler on the AMS, Newman in the Pros. Newman and Jacklett making a move on the coming up into turn 1. Newman on the left, Jacklett on the outside with the green wheels. Newman in the black wheels as they're heading up now into Sloshgold. They go. They're going to be 3 wide again. Jacklett on the right, Newman in the middle. Vivek out the outside. Vivek is taking the lead. Not without Ralph Cullinan coming sticking his nose in as well. This is not going to... Oh, no. Cullinan on the inside. Vivek on the outside. Newman now down in third. Jacklett's over the outside of the limits of the track. Running down into Sloshgold now. Believe it or not, this is only lap 4. We've got another 5 laps of this to come. Main's in there as well. Look at these 6 cars all together. Vivek is out in front. Cullinan is in second now. Newman third. Jacklett 4th. Van Gaal 5th. Main in 6th. Behind her is Andy Maxwell. We're going to bring in a replay of Mick Barry, who had his incident. Let's have a look. On the straight, what is... Huh? Was that another failure? Because once he turned the corner, he just carried straight on. It looks it, doesn't it? It looks like it goes off and comes back again. Crazy failures this evening. So we got Vivek in first, Cullinan second, Newman third. Van Gaal trying to go up the outside of Carl Jacklett now. Oh! That's car number 211. That's Andy Littler. Leader in the AMS, giving it some round that corner. Back out in front, Cullinan now trying to take the lead. Newman's going to try and put it up in the middle. Here we go. Oh, I hold my breath very deeply. Ralph Cullinan's made it round. Vivek's made it round. Newman made it round. Van Gaal, Jacklett and Main. We're on board with Pete Newman, winner of race 3, winner of race 2, and unlucky in race 1. Here we go, down through the gears they go. First gear, Newman there. Oh, Vivek locks up. Big puff of smoke. This is put Newman into the battle as they're heading down now into Roush. 2 wide, Cullinan trying to hug that inside line. Newman's got the position. He's bullied Cullinan on the outside. Is he going to leave him room? He does. He leaves him absolute loads of room. Fair play, Pete Newman. Cullinan and Van Gaal are battling now, and Jacklett and Main. These 6 cars are still close together with Maxwell trying to keep up on the back. We're on lap 5. Side by side, Newman and Vivek and Cullinan now and Vivek, and they're swapping back, and Jacklett and Van Gaal are side by side as well, going around the last corner. There's 6 cars. There was contact in the middle. I heard it. Maxwell now pulls out on main. Maxwell is 3 wide, coming down into... Oh, no, Maxwell backs out, slots in again, hits the grass. That's dangerous. Newman now is back out in front. Oh, main up in the air. Drops to the back behind Andy Maxwell. The back of the pack, I should say, not the back of the field. Vivek and Cullinan side by side going up into Slosh Gold now. Here we go. Newman has opened up a little bit of a gap. He's just wanted to kind of get out in front and kind of get that gap. And it has done. Now it's out, coming out to nearly a second. Vivek is in 3rd place, right behind 2nd place man, Ralph Cullinan. On this run down into Slosh Gold we go now. Newman, Cullinan, Vivek, Jacklett, Van Gaal. There's the shot of them all. Jacklett now takes the inside from Van Gaal. Swapping backwards and forwards of positions. This is absolutely epic. Vivek all over the back of Cullinan there. Jacklett's in the mix as well as Van Gaal, as well as Maxwell. Main is at the back of the pack. They're now all in a peloton trying to chase down our leader, Pete Newman. They're coming around to start lap 7. Van Gaal in 5th place. Jason Morris and Hefford seem to be very close together as well. The battle down in 10th, 11th and 12th. There is Jason Morris. There is Steve Hefford. But back up front, here we go with these front 6 cars. 2 laps remaining now. Elise Main runs very wide at the back of the shot there. Newman looks like he's settling in to his rhythm. He's pulled out 1.1. Went round in a 147.9 last time. Cullinan in a 148.08. Right, here we go, on board with Pete Van Gaal, Carl Jacklett in front of us with the green rims. Black end of his MX-5. Van Gaal's weaving now hard on the brakes, going to look for this wider line he takes, cut back in. He's got to look at trying to take the inside line if he can. He's got to go now. Van Gaal looking at taking out the inside. Jacklett covers him off. Van Gaal sweeps back out again. There was no room there. Jacklett covered him off as soon as he saw the maneuver, as soon as he saw Van Gaal move. Look at that. Look how close they are. There's got to be Van Gaal literally touching the back of Jacklett. Coming round now, down into Roush we go. Down into Redbull Mobile, last corner. Just been corrected in my ear roll that apparently that corner was not Worth. That wasn't Roush, it was Rint. So my apologies as they come around Rint. And into Nicky Lauda for turn 1. Newman now settling out in front, 1.23. Unfortunately, Cullinan doesn't seem to have that luxury. So you see Steve Hefford there in the mix with Jamie Ayres, with Jason Morris. Nearly ended up being called Jamie again there. I do apologise. But these guys are, well, this is just absolute epic racing on lap 8. Got one more lap to go. Newman, Cullinan, Vivek, Jacklett, Van Gaal, Maxwell, Main, Kellerman, Littler and Ayres. Round out your top 10. Coming round now, entering into Roush. Van Gaal on the out, trying to go around the outside of Jacklett. Doesn't make it this time. He's going to look for the cutback. Tucks in right behind him as they're coming into Worth. There you go. Van Gaal looks at making his move. Jacklett leaves the door a little bit, gives him a little bit of run. On this run out, down into Rin. Jacklett on the inside. Van Gaal is climbing all over the back of Jacklett, and we're going to have one more lap for remaining. One more lap to go, and these guys have got to be looking at getting done. Here's that exit from Van Gaal. Round Rin, round Redbull Mobile. Here we go. Ooh, says me backing off away from my screen. I'm not quite sure why. I don't make a difference to the car. Van Gaal now climbing all over the back of Jacklett. Last lap of the race. He's pulled out again. Dab, second, point, accelerate. There you go. Oh, very wide. Luckily there's no incident limit, but they do get a warning after 20 incidents. Jacklett on the right hand side of our screen. Van Gaal now on this run up into Remus, who's going to be the last of the late breakers on the final lap of race 4 of the UK SimRacers Mx5 League. Here from the Redbull Ring, and it's Van Gaal. Jacklett looks at coming back now on the run down into Sloshgold. Oh, has he got? I don't think he's got the room. He's going to have to slot in behind Van Gaal. Van Gaal now takes 4th place. Jacklett looks at trying to come up the inside. In Sloshgold he goes. Oh, that was nearly there. Nearly Jacklett joined the back. Newman's got back down to 0.62 in front. He's very slow through the last sort of quarter of the lap. Cullinan in second, Vivek in third, Pete Van Gaal in 4th. Coming around now on the run down into Rint we go. I think Newman's going to wrap this up. Let's jump on board with the leader. Pete Newman coming round Rint. Winner of 3 out of the 4 races this evening. There we go. Cross the line on board with Pete Newman as he takes race victory number 4. Second place was Ralph Cullinan, just Roy Vivek in third. Van Gaal 4th, Jacklett 5th, Maxwell 6th, and Main down in 7th place. Kellerman there, car number 67, crosses the line in 8th. Littler in 9th. Ayres and Hefford. Ayres in 10th, Hefford in 11th. Morris in 12th. Crawford in 13th. And Steve Hansford comes across the line in 14th place. So there you go. That rounds out tonight's racing. That's been absolutely incredible from these guys. Let's bring you up the leaderboard and we'll see if we can get a couple of drivers in for a chat. I'm going to message some people why I'm reading this as well, because I want them in chat. So Pete Newman in first place there, Ralph Cullinan in second, Roy Vivek in third, Pete Van Gaal in 4th, Carl Jacklett 5th, Andy Maxwell in 6th, Elise Main in 7th, Charles Kellerman in 8th, Andy Littler in 9th, Jamie Ayres in 10th, Steve Hefford in 11th, Jason Morris in 12th, Craig Crawford 13th, Steve Hansford 14th, Mick Barry in 15th, Alan Toon in 16th, and Darrell Wright in 17th place. So let's take that off our screen. I will switch over to my camera box and then I will bring you up the schedule. There you go. So the schedule fills up the other box. We're just waiting for some people. If we can get Darrell Wright in, that would be absolutely amazing as well. Darrell Wright could jump in, chat here. Ralph Cullinan is in there as well. Ralph with his 2nd place. Let's take Ralph down for a chat. Ralph, welcome in. I'm not bad, right? Just to, obviously, you know, we are live. Please don't swear. That would be absolutely amazing. I thought I'd give the warning out before we start the conversation. 2nd in that last race. Do you reckon? We did say that he looked like in sort of one of the laps he did kind of drop out from his 1.5 seconds down to about 6/10, I think it was. So do you think he dangled that carrot? Yeah. Oh well, there you go. But overall, though, how was your evening in general? Mm. There was some rather eventful incidents. Yeah, you're mentioning about clean racing, and if you can see Daniel Hunt have a incident with about 4 or 5 cars, yeah, it was very eventful indeed. So yeah, have a look back. Next week we've got Spa. So what's your regime? Do you go through and jump on track and do 70,000 laps between now and Spa, or do you rack up like Carl Jacklett does before practice and just bang it on track? Mm. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, is everybody's different preferences, haven't they? You know what I mean? Some do loads, some do hardly any, and yeah, yeah. Okay, there, Ralph. Oh. Well, there you go. We'll see you the week after then. You know what I mean? We are at Okayama. That's always a fun track. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So there you go, Ralph. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I'll catch you in a couple of weeks' time. No worries. Cheers, mate. Bye. Now I've got a Carl Jacklett in the booth with us. Carl, how are you? Yeah. Did you have a good evening? Yes. Yeah. No. That was it. Was it. That must have been a hard one to swallow because we sat here, we saw the results come up. We knew that they come up straight after what iRacing dictates and puts in place. So we saw them come up, but I think both me and Tyler was talking to me in my ear. We were both like, "It's down in 17th." Like, I'm sure that what happened was it just a time penalty that cost you that? Now, race two weren't so bad though. Top 10, eighth place. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So Spa next week. Are we Carl Jackal at practice rocking up before the session starts and that's it? Love it. Absolutely love it. There you go, guys. That's Carl Jagler's training methods. Don't forget, there are other training methods available, like doing 1,000 laps on the week run up to the race. But they absolutely. But if you yes, it is. But Carl Jagler, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we'll see you next week here at Spa. Bye. Right. I've got Steve Hansford now. Steve. Hello, how are you? How's it going? Yeah, four wide. You no, Roy. I'm sure I've been pronouncing his name wrong throughout the whole evening. I've been calling him Vivek. I hope that's correct. I'm sure he might correct me after. Took it up the inside, and there was there was Hefford on the left, there was Darrell Wright, then there was you, and then there was Roy Vivek out on the outside. So at one point you touched four wide. Yeah, he was literally just coming up beside you at the moment of contact between you and Mr. Wright. Come on, tell us, Em, what is your view on it? Where do you see that being? Yeah, and it just literally just, well, it just caused a massive pile-up, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to see if we can get the, let's see if we can bring the replay up again. Can we replay that one, Mr. Producer, please? And we'll see if we can have a look from here. You might be able to have a look back on the broadcast to see if we can get that replayed. Let's see if we can. Right, let's see if it will replay from that far back, because it doesn't always like it. It has. It was unfortunately a little bit further forward because it's already been played out. But poor Darrell Wright. Can we go back a little bit further? Are we allowed to? Can we go back a little bit further on the run up? And we'll see. Let's see if we can get it on the way back. No. It's just not going back far enough. Unfortunately, we see the tail end of it. And poor you guys. Oh, here we go. Oh. So it was you. It was Hefford, then yourself, then Darrell Wright, and then Vivek on the outside. Can we play that one more time? Yeah, can we play that one more time? Here we go. Try and catch it there. There. Oh, yeah. See, Roy Vivek kind of was on the outside as well. There's you going off. The trouble is, there's no brakes out there, is there? There's no stopping. And it was just straight into Jamie Ayres. It was definitely a bit of a crazy one, wasn't it? Yeah, you were doing, in general, what do you do? If you got away from this, if you come off now, put your headset down, and somebody said, right, now write down your evening. How would you sum up your evening for tonight's racing? It is what it is. Spa next week. Are you on the Carl Jacklett training method of just rocking up, doing practice, and that is it? Or are you one of these people who jump on? Do you jump on? Yeah, well, that's probably advisable, I think. No. Yeah, round 2 is Spa. Okayama is round 3. All right. All right, then, mate. Well, thank you very much, Steve, for coming in and joining us this evening. And we'll see you next week. Right, there you go, guys. That is Steve Hansford joining us for this evening. That replay on the last one was going a little bit sketchy, so we didn't actually manage to see that, guys. But that is brought the end of the broadcast. I think that's it now for this evening. So, guys, we will see you next week in Spa. Much love to everybody who's been here in chat. Emma Waltman, thank you for joining us for the evening. I hope you're still here and can hear me saying thank you. But really, guys, that kind of winds out us for tonight. So from me and producer Oldham, take care, have a great week, and you never know, we might see you on the track sometime.